Back. You did this on purpose, right? You must. Yeah, I did. I skipped through a whole bunch of them when I went to BRB, so it would be on this one. And I can hear both the game and the, like, whatever pause screen music at the same time, so I was hearing, like, a fucked up, like, syncopated version of the song. Because they kind of lined up, but they, like, kind of didn't. The end of a world. It's intimidating, yes, but we have to start somewhere. Why don't we have a closer look at the tower to the southeast? We might be able to reach it from the edge of the trench. The trench. I need a new minion. I've had this guy out for too long. Sure. So, did he use the energy gathered and focused within the Catboy? Within Graha? I just like calling him the Catboy, it's more fun. Within the Catboy to cast an extremely large, like, simulacrum of the city, of this, voice crack. City? Of the city? Like, yeah, sure, there's many Catboys, but he is the Catboy. Is there anyone here? A city? Yikes. There's cities now. How do we get in there? The energy from killing all the Light Wardens. Look at the size of those doors. Now I know how pixies must feel. He felt that way when he laid eyes upon me. I'm like twice his height. Hugo Hoshigi recognized. Welcome to the city of Amarad. Will you be riding the lift? Will you be riding the lift? They just welcome you. Perhaps it is not so passing strange. Did emet-selch not invite Ryugo to visit his abode? Said, come to my pad. Explained thy coming was expected. I feel like things have to ramp up here pretty quickly. And where will this lift be taking us? The lift services every level of Akora Heights, but is presently configured to convey passengers directly to the ground floor. It's a Willy Wonka everywhere elevator. Well, there you have it. In the absence of some few hundred yalms of rope, we have little choice but to accept the offer. With emphasis on the we, I'm not about to let you walk into that place alone. I wish to ride the lift. As you wish, the lift will be arriving shortly. Next stop, ground floor. Facilities include Bureau of the Administrator, the Bureau of the Architect, and the Capitol. It's only at this distance that you start to realize how big the buildings truly are. Did that voice say the city was Amaran? Look, over there. Is that a person? No, mistake, that's a giant. You have noticed us yet. Giant or no, a resident of this place may have much and more to tell us. I say we make the first move. Oh no, you can't just... Look at that mask, I know that mask. Excuse my boldness, but might I ask you a few questions? You're huge! Oh. That sounded like no language I ever heard, and yet I understood every word. Just as he understood us. And which district is this exactly? The management of our star. Can you tell us where to find emet-selch? Selk, sorry. No, thank you. We'll be fine. Yeah. What was that all about? These Lancer's arcane entities. I suspect emet-selch wove them from Aether, much as he reconstructed the rest of the city. Idle days. Such words well befit the oblivion described to us by our Aesian foe. A catastrophe of unprecedented scale, which did set in motion the summoning of Zodiark, and thence Heidelin herself. But that happened centuries and centuries ago, didn't it? That man spoke as if they were rushing to avert a disaster here and now. Unless, for these people, the distant past is the here and now. I believe thou hast the right of it, Master Illifer. This ethereal Amara and its residents appear to be phantoms of a different age. emet-selch has reconstructed a memory, a moment in time from before the star was sundered. We find ourselves in a long-destroyed city inhabited by a long-departed, an unusual situation to be sure, but we've with these ancients. They seem downright eager to chat. See, we use this to our advantage. Strike up some conversation, see if we can't learn the location of our quarry. It wouldn't hurt to wheel out a few more details regarding this convocation of 14 and their impending disaster. Mingling. Let's meet back here when our jaws start aching. Were they not all huge? Maybe it's a child they implied as children. Finer points of the creation process. Anxious Amaratine. It's a mixed drink if I've ever heard one. Good gracious, child, where is your family? You should not be alone at a time like this. Run along home, quickly now. Have you not heard? Though yet confined to the lands across the sea, a terrible phenomenon afflicts our sector. They're calling it the final days. It is said it starts suddenly, a cacophonous keening from beneath the earth. The sound distorts all living things within earshot and wrests from us control of our creation magics. And once that happens, all is lost. Fear, pain, despair. Every dread impulse is siphoned from our minds and given substance. An eternal fall of fiery rain and an incessant spawning of the nightmarish beasts. None can point to the source of the phenomenon. It is as if the star itself has fallen ill. As if a force inimical to life now festers and spreads. It's only a matter of time until Emerald 2 resounds to that discordant squall. You should stay with your loved ones, child. Stay with them. Very cool thing to tell a child. Oh, hello, child. Go spend time with your loved ones while the background radiation in the universe coalesces into an eternal hell, which you will experience within a second as everyone you love disassimilates. Quickly, home, quickly. Good exposition, though. Oh, Amarot. Loquacious and optimistic, is he now? It would seem the hall is host to a most precocious visitor this day. What, pray tell, shall be the subject of our discussion, young one? The convocation and their handling of the coming peril. It's only natural that you should have questions. Shall we begin with the members themselves? As all know, the 14 are the wisest and most puissant among us. The stewards of order, responsible for decisions which keep the star turning season after season. Be the speaker, La Habrea, or the emissary, Elinibis. Each seat is occupied by an elected sage of surpassing intellect. Logrith, Mitron, emet-selch. Their individual titles have, as a gesture of respect and a matter of tradition, become synonymous with their incumbents. It is with great incredulity that I greet this recent rumor that a seat in the convocation is soon to be left vacant. And true. What's to be an unprecedented development, testament to the immense pressure which our saviors are wholly. In any event, I am one for confident that they should our unto star salvation. So many people love emet-selch. Yeah, I've met his fan club. One lived with me for a while. I mean, people were just as horny for Sephiroth back in, like, 1999. If not more so. That's why he was all the Sephiroth 420 gamer tags on Xbox Live Call of Duty game. But I don't know, I mean, you were looking for Graha fanfic, found a cute one, and then the author's other works was all emet. I mean, like, in my mind, the iconic Final Fantasy villains up to this point have been Sephiroth and Kefka. That's mainly because they're charismatic and have good aesthetics and memorable lines, rather than, like, being interesting characters for real. Emet actually, like, has something interesting going on. I shouldn't imply that Sephiroth doesn't have anything interesting going on, but he's not like, you know, you don't want to be his friend. Yeah, Emmett seems like a silly little guy. Well, Kefka's kind of a silly little guy too, but Kefka is the ultimate, like, style over substance Final Fantasy villain. I love him, but he's just a silly little guy. Pragmatic. Audience with emet-selch. I'm afraid you have the wrong office, little one. Besides, he you'll be far too busy to field the questions of curious children. Surely you've been told of the looming catastrophe, how everyone you know will die and your body will be ripped into a million atoms. Every resource available to the Convocation must be spent ensuring our world survives. They have yet to make an official announcement, but it has set the fortune of moving forward with a plan with scarce credible proportions, one which promises to grant a will to the very star itself. They will invoke our mightiest spells of creation to birth an entity of all-encompassing magnificence. Then they will rewrite the laws of existence. It's a huge undertaking, and it must be completed ere the corruption spreads this far. Thus I say to you again, do not hold out hope for an audience. I don't know why he's Palpatine now. I think it's to close. I like how, like, all of these guys are like, oh, child, you haven't heard? And then, like, it elaborates insane, horrifying hearsay at you. Can I go touch that crystal real quick? He was like, rumor has it, the government's gonna turn the fucking planet into like a dude. Sounds like bullshit to me, but the word on the street is. Did the Graha fanfic involve Emmet? Or was it like the one that didn't have Emmet? Get over here, Emmet! No, it's just Warrior of Light. Yeah, how do they work with the Warrior of Light in fanfiction? Do they just say Warrior of Light over and over again? Or is it like first person and they just say like you? The Aetherite. What do you mean Alpha knows all the way over there? Why didn't that idiot come to the crystal where I am? Alpha, no, you're blowing it. A lot give names to the Warrior of Light. A lot of them probably write in their own, right? Rob. I saw a bumper sticker a few months ago. I might have already told you this, maybe during the last stream. Last time you were here, there was like a bumper sticker I saw in town, and it was like, my other car is a Warrior of Light. And I'm still like, I'm still thinking about it, like what were they getting at? Like, that's the Graha's bumper sticker. Like, do they want to, like, take a ride on the main character? Graha's bumper sticker. Yeah, you just slap the bumper sticker across his bare ass. You go. If I was not certain before, then I am now. The people of this city believe they face the end of the world. I cannot imagine what this compelled emet-selch to recreate this ancient Amarat, and yet I fancy I hear his words to us echoing throughout this ocean trench. He would have had this story known. Also, take this funny quick-tone materia. A greater purpose. We can compare notes once the others return. I think then our next move will become clear. This is like really not feeling like the climax is gonna happen in like 5 minutes. Like the next 2 missions have to take like an hour together. It would seem our conversations were much alike. Looming disaster, creation magic's running rampant, and this Convocation's efforts to bring salvation out of chaos. I suppose there was talk of Little Elf at the time when these events came to pass. Now, are you okay? I'm fine. Rianche, if I may, what are your thoughts on the ancients' art of creation? A fascinating discipline indeed. What the mind can conceive may be rendered in reality. All that is required is a clear concept on which to focus one's will. It's not dissimilar to the primal rites taught by the Essenes, wherein ritual ceremony bequeath life into figments of myth and legend. It's just instead of crystal, we have concentrated power in the Catboy. But there's enough of it to summon like an entire race of people back. We have reached the same conclusion then. People who have lived in the age before the Sundering were blessed with vast reserves of mana. No matter how draining these creation magics must be, it seems they've paid the cost with not more than a fraction of the aether which course throughout their own bodies. If we were to attempt the same, such spells would soon deplete our energies and then seek to draw the balance from elsewhere. From a hoard of crystals mayhaps, or from the very land itself. Thus when this art of creation was placed into our hands, it became, in effect, a means of destruction. An interesting matter which no doubt bears further study. Despite all these revelations, I worry we are no closer to finding Emmet. Everyone uses his full name every time. No one just says Emmet. Anyone learned aught which might lead us to this location? Not directly, mayhap, but from what we've heard, it seems the Convocation of 14 is sequestered in the nearby Capitol building. Then we shall build a moat. The attendant would have let us through without a writ of permission. So we tried our luck at the Bureau of Administration where we thought these permissions might be issued, but the clerk there said he couldn't help us since our names didn't appear in the registry. And that was where we gave up. I wonder though, could you be eligible for one of these writs? The voice in the lift seemed to know who you were. Maybe that your name is registered at the Bureau as well. Overlook it, say. Meanwhile, I'll head back to the capital and search for a less official point of entry, just in case. May allow me to accompany thee on thy reconnaissance. An arcane perspective may prove helpful. Shrug. He shrugs. I think I'd like to speak with more of these ancients. Maybe they know something that could help cure Ryugo's condition. Would you mind coming with me? Yeah, sure, kid. Just lead the way. Nods. Then Y'shtola and I will busy ourselves with further exploration. There is surely more intelligence to be had. And so we part ways once more. This time, however, let's reconvene in front of the Capitol. Thank God. Thank God I rubbed that crystal already. Maybe it's part of Dawn Trail, but I've seen a lot of characters with like really, like not in the setting looking outfits, like just neon hoodies. Like everyone looks like they're part of the Breakfast Club right now. They did not wear that in the Breakfast Club. What the fuck am I saying? The Fresh Prince. They look like they came from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. But only the Fresh Prince, not the rest of the family. Visit of Writ. Yes, I can assist you. Full name, please. Hashigi. Please wait near the counter while I confirm your details. Your mission? Wait at the counter. Your mission before the final boss fight? Wait in line at the DMV. The back-to-back Fall Guys release kinda led to that a bit. I should dye my, like, Fall Guys hoodie. I like the pink, but, like, maybe it's time. Here you go. Your application is ready for collection. Sign here, initial here. As your residency was approved by Emmet himself, further forms of identification will not be required. Excuse you. Here are your application documents. Submit them at the Bureau Secretariat, and the clerk will issue you for visitor's writ for the capital. This is so fucking funny that this is, like, end game Shadowbringers is like going to the administration bureau to get your citizenship approved so you may like enter the government property. This is really fucking funny. Like the exact opposite methodology from the end of Stormblood. There's enemies in the capital. Cubus? What's Cubus? Well, he's not aggressing me, so... Oh, he's aggressing me. Cubus will die now. It's like bait, like Cubus is like an important council member. And I've just like killed a council member and now I get thrown in jail. I'm going to eat a food. I have food, right? Zach left me with some food in here. I got a sandwich basket. Wait, that's not food. Do I have food left? Oh, it's up here. Raisins. Why are there Cubus here, though? Oh, these are like he doesn't have enough. His magic is like not fully formed yet on these ones. These are like the simulacrums that haven't fully manifested, or like failed to manifest. Like he didn't put as much effort into this district, or he forgot what everyone here looked like. It's like the Elric brothers like summoning their mother type of thing. At the Capitol building. Con E. We don't want Con E right now. Pink being perfect. I can think of no one else I'd rather have me at my side at this time. Pink bean. Bureau of the Secretariat. Next, please. Yeah, I got my paperwork right here. Should be all there. Visiting the capital, are we? Please take a seat. Your name will be called once your application has been processed. This is really fucking funny. They're going all in on this bit. Wait, this is wrong. Can I not, like... Close enough. Whatever, it won't let me. It don't matter. It don't matter. Next. Right now. dude. How's it going? Life sure is boring here in the capital, huh? We're just normal people like you. Oh? He knows. He's on to us. Huh. Hyfledeus. Hyfledeus, Hyfledeus. Hyfledeus, Hyfledeus. Hyfledeus, Hyfledeus. Hyfledeus. Dr. Zeus, Dr. Zeus. Their fake language is really cool. "13 at the time." He was 13 at the time? Grr, that Zodiark shakes fist. When they say star, are they referring to the whole plane or like a literal star? Like they turned half the star to Zodiark and the other half to Heidelin? Restore to those brethren. So small. I like how he didn't make himself bigger. Under his globoness, he's suffering. The burdened bean. Just an observation, but the story in Shadowbringers has been very good. It definitely feels like they were not planning any of this when they were doing the end of Stormblood stuff. Like, it feels like this was kind of a right turn. Not that that's a complaint necessarily, but more of an observation. Maybe it'll tie in more later. But, like, they've just twice now they've been like, and don't forget, things are happening in Garlemald. Like a small dog jumping off a big bed. Oh, can you see Artbert? Yep. He's got us pegged. The color of your souls. Yeah, unplanned might be kind of a loaded word, but it feels like a totally different... It feels like they set up a couple of, like, things at the end of Stormblood. Like, they put some things out, like, on a stage or, like, a set, and then they were like, okay, now write a story using these things. And they wrote, like, a completely different story, and then, like, it's, like, loosely connected to those things. That's a weird... That was a very not elegant way of getting my point across, wasn't it? Has recognized the hint of him in you. Okay, this is interesting. I'm Emmett. We're Emmett. He's Emmett. You're Emmett. I'm Emmett. Is there anyone here that isn't Emmett? Consider the writ as requested. When you wish to gain admittance to the capital, simply present the document to the attendant within. I think what I'm trying to say is that, specifically Emmett, they made him like a funky little freak that was torturing the Emperor in Garlemald, and it seems like that specific aspect they don't want to explore anymore. They just kind of, it felt like they kind of hand-waved that a little bit, and it's like, he's here now. He's here doing something here. But, like, I don't know, maybe that he was doing something that, I mean, there's gonna be a lore explanation. It's gonna tie in somehow again, because it's, like, a well-made game, and they're not just gonna totally drop that. But it doesn't feel like that part was totally solidified. But also, I know, like, one of the whole, like, concepts behind this expansion is for the... Yes, you can go back to the other realms because game mechanics, but, like, for the purposes of the narrative, you're, like, stranded in this world. So, like, it's supposed to be disconnected, like, thematically. And I know, like, there's reflection stuff going on, so what happens here is representative of what's happening there, but they haven't explored that too much yet either. They kind of just touched upon it now with everyone being like a shard of Emmet, I guess. We'll see. We're gone so long, I was on the verge of mounting a rescue party. Heard you in your bureaucratic ventures. I can go into the capital now. My instincts were correct. Good thing, too. Ryanje and I weighed our chances of breaking into the capital, and an official entrance is by far the more attractive option. Who boast of not a single armed sentry. It would seem that in their time they did not deem it needful to post guards. I think the post-Shadowbringers stuff is going to be very interesting. It's probably going to get into all that. It'll probably do they're obviously not just going to hand wave it, like, and loosely connect it. It just feels that way right now. And I'm looking kind of forward to seeing how they're actually going to do it. The doors, the windows, however, appear heavily warded. Though mightily we did strive, strength mundane and magical, we failed to budge them for a fraction of one ill. Why did they make Ryanje hot, though? The man was wearing like a piss-soaked burlap sack for the first 3 parts of this game. And then they made him the hottest guy in the game. This is never criticism. I'm just always like in my head, like, where is this going? What's happening? Why is this happening? And none of it's not reflective of a problem with the story. I'm just like impatient. I'm like, oh, what's happening? Why is this happening? Mightily we did strive with strength mundane and magical, we failed to budge them even a fraction of an ill. Perhaps 'twas simply the case that Emmet's recreation did not extend to their usual function. Look at him, he deserves everything. We didn't try everything, of course, but we thought it best to reserve our time and energy for more pressing matters. Speaking of which, Rain and I were about to asking about a cure for you. The problem is, the ancients didn't exist beyond Amarats today. We'll happily tell their own tales, but whenever we attempted to explain our situation, the conversation quickly became muddled. I tried to explain things to them, and they just got confused and started talking about onions on belts. What have you, Ryugo? Not worthy of interest, said during your efforts to obtain a writ. Yeah, one of them's sentient and knows me. I guess that's not interesting, is it? A great sacrifice of life in exchange for their brethren's resurrection. And you say all the Asian scheming has been leading to this? Not even a little bit. We knew their intentions in full. Restore the world to its former glory, and in turn empower Zodiac to reclaim his throne as the will of the star. It was merely a step along the way. I hesitate to put it into words, but we have to assume that following the final rejoining, the Asians mean to draw on the lives of the source and make their sacrifice to Zodiark. Which is what, the rest of the shards? That does seem the most likely scenario. Perhaps those who ally with the Asians would be spared that fate. What value is there in surviving? All of our history and our struggles will be erased. I cannot conscience such an act. Is conscience like an adverb now? Can you conscience something? Of course not. It's not to say we not of what emet-selch's plan for the XIV's power. Do we stand by and let him threaten our future as well as our past? We need to find him, Hugo. And when we do, I'm gonna beat the friggin' blob out of it. Blob, he's got blob in him. Make your mark. Change the course of history in a way that's felt by those who came before, and those who come after, by everyone you've ever met. Change things so that even my other self, dying somewhere in that future calamity, will smile and say, I knew you would win. Is fighting Emmett the only way? But I love him, he's so funny, don't kill him. I like when he's quirky. He created an entire city. It will take everything we have to defeat him, if we even can. And if you push that hard in your current state, the light will break free. Yeah, have we tried giving him a smooch yet? No one's tried smooshing him? Okay, I'll volunteer if I have to. The decision to press on lies with you, just as it lies with each and every one of us. Maybe 2 kisses. Yeah, maybe 1's not enough. Well, 2 didn't work, 3rd time's the charm. Okay, maybe everyone kiss him at once. Maybe a platonic but reaffirming and respectful pat on the ass will, like, motivate him and give him the smunk he needs. It's just the last quest. We have gone to bureau after bureau waiting and submitting paperwork for entrance into, like, buildings that technically don't exist anymore. And then it's the finale. Very bold of them, I like it. I like it. You're logging in now, by the way. I better give Faye a heads up too, then. So IBK, how long it will actually take to get there, but the quotation marks Shadowbringers quest is starting. Send. Accept. Going into a dungeon. Do you remember that talk we had atop the tower in Mordsuk? I'm still of the same mind now as I was then. I won't abandon you, and you won't abandon me. Together we make a difference, right? There's always hope if we look for it. I saw it again as you tore those veils of light from the sky. If we keep taking the next step forward, there's a chance we'll find a way to save you. But no matter how long it takes or how much it hurts, you can count on me to keep on walking. Is it gonna be talk to each of them one by one as they, like, gas you up? All 3 spoke of the disaster we bring upon our own heads. Ceaseless conflict. Imagine how we would sneer to see what's become of the first. Not to mention your perilous predicament. And yet who can deny the fire that your deeds have ignited in people's hearts? You achieved what my logic and ideals never could. Uniting disparate people under a banner of hope and common purpose. Without you, the giant talus would never have raised its head. I'm born to witness to many such miracles at your side, and would do so again. It's but another obstacle in the road. So come, let us travel it. Drag me through wonder and danger as you are wont to do, and I shall endeavor not to slow you down. Way to sound self-important, Delphino. It's well thou knowest. If we're to usher emet-selch into his rest, we must needs bind his Asian soul, and then shatter it with overwhelming force. Firmly grasp it. The former task requires oversight. Of such I had prepared, upon the exarch's asking no less, though 'twas ever mine intent to provide said boon. Future, whence our noble friend doth hail, is the world fallen to Asian artifice, and he would not see such grim history repeated. In a sense, emet-selch's destruction will be the culmination of the exarch's efforts. The word probably hath endured for these many years. Yet even as thou stridest into the jaws of peril, forget not but that fondest wish, and that of many others besides, to see what thee survive unto the morrow. 'Tis in pursuit of that happiest of outcomes that I do pledge to remain at thy side. Oh, by the way, I am on a different homeworld right now. I'm on Primal Vampret. I didn't server travel. I should probably tell Faye that too. I need a data center travel. Can you come to me? Synmyn the First has been a never-ending succession of trials, arduous as our path than the source ever was. Yet through our journeys together, through that deep and foreboding wood, you have helped me to stay true to my convictions. Thus would I return the favor. Do as your heart decrees without hesitation or regret. Is all I will say on the matter. A solemn mood, hasn't it? Honestly, we're not even sure if this will be the end of it. I suppose we should speak our minds when we have the opportunity. You've taught me that this much in Amaran. So forgive me this moment of sentimental ego. By dragging me into this sorriness, you've given me the chance to think and act as I should have, for Ryan's sake. This cannot express how much this has changed my life, or how grateful I am for your support. So I shall express my gratitude through action instead. No matter where you decide to go, I will be there, guarding your back. He's like, got your 6, Ryuko. Synmyn encrusted me with her power. She warned me that no matter how strong you become, you can still fall victim to despair and you can still feel powerless. She was right. After you collapsed on Mount Gold, my hands couldn't stop shaking. I made a mistake, and I failed to find the light within you. I was terrified you would die. Even now, you'd be moments from turning, and I still wouldn't know how to save you. You, Thanker, the others, you all been there when I needed help. Minfilia surrendered her life to me, her legacy. I should be ready to do the same for you. I want to, I do, but I'm not good enough. Tell me to follow your example, and I've really tried. Wah. Rise. Asking to be saved, kid. But the light, what? This silence. It can be cruel, but a smile better suits a hero. Keep frowning. Never mind. I think I understand better if I try it for myself. Nothing will come of brooding and self-pity. I've made my decision, Ryuko. I'm going with you. Dead. Nice bird. Is that your bird? Holy fuck, your bird is cool. Why do you die every time I see you? It was like perfect. Oh, I guess you didn't time it. I guess the animation just like played right. Invite to party. It's like the best emote. In free company, how stable. Adventurine. Approachable. Amaratine. Have you heard about these calamities the other cities are facing? Terrifying concept, stuff of nightmares running amok. What are people to do? It's really good. They should do a Family Guy tie-in and have like the Peter Griffin death pose as an emote. And don't do anything else for the tie-in, like that's it. Actually no, add Brian as a mount. Welcome to the capital. All visitors must present an official writ of permission before attendance will be granted. It's a very good bird. Your documents appear to be in order. You may proceed into the capital, but any guests you may choose to bring with you must remain in your vicinity at all times. What is this style? What is that style?
This really is unacceptable. I gave you very specific instructions.
Like that 1920s, like, Great Gatsby style? Like the Chrysler Building? What is that?
Emet-selch.
Shakes fist. I'll get you, emet-selch. You won't get away this time.
My invitation was for an abomination, ripe with the power to bring about the world's annihilation.
Yeah, give him a smooch before he disappears into another cloud of dust.
Not this half-broken thing. Whatever am I to do with you?
Whatever you want.
And I see you insist on keeping the same familiar company. Are you so lost without them?
I literally can't talk without them. This is Alpha. No, he moves the plot forward.
Lost without the familiar.
Art Deco. Thank you.
With remaking an
Art
entire
Deco.
city, you aim to fill it with the reconstituted souls of the dead.
I may have gotten a little carried away.
I really like Art
My
Deco.
attention to detail added a few unnecessary flourishes.
I like it in cities. I don't like it in houses or homes. I like it in cities.
Well, there's no point trying to hide it. Yes. Once the rejoining of worlds is complete, Zodiac
It is
will
kind of like
regain his full strength
Gilded
and
Age, though.
shatter his prison. Then we shall offer up the Source's remaining inhabitants in sacrifice, that we might resurrect our brethren who died to bring Zodiac into existence.
Sources from. I'm absorbing the sentence fully. Yes. Okay. Gotcha. I did hear that correctly. It is genocide then.
What was it that you came here to do exactly?
I'll get you, Emmett. If it's the last thing I do. I'm gonna get ya.
Did you know? One last do-or-die attempt to foil my plans before your mind dissolves into madness.
Hey, Sonny, what is your, like, data center homeworld? Did you have to travel?
How very, very heroic of you.
You're on Primal anyway.
Every single age, there is always someone who wants to stand up to the evil Asians. Always the same arrogance, the same insistence that the world belongs to them, as if theirs were the only rightful claim, theirs the only existence worthy of preservation.
How are you any different? What's the phenomenon when you become a hypocrite because you call other people hypocrites?
After everything, you refuse to see reason. You think it unfair that you are subject to suffering? That your lives will be sacrificed for the ancients?
An Ansel, yeah. We might have to travel, you know.
Look at me! I have lived 1,000 of your lives.
Yeah.
I have broken bread with you, fought with you, grown ill, grown old, sired children, and yes, welcomed death's sweet embrace. For eons have I measured your worth and found you wanting. Too weak and feeble-minded to serve as stewards of any star. Have your recent spats with Vorthri and his sin eaters taught you nothing?
There was a twink inside that potato.
Learned that your ignorance and frailty beget only endless misery.
That's all I got out of it.
How long do you mean to perpetuate this farce? How much more must I endure your bumbling interference?
Oh no, he's hot.
Let us imagine that the laws of reality are again undone and the world faces true annihilation. Do you honestly believe that half your number would sacrifice themselves to save the other?
Well, we'll just flip coins, you see. Isn't that that's a Thanos thing? He didn't make it optional though. They made the fat baby scream. It's not over till the fat baby screams.
Of course they wouldn't. And if you had witnessed history unfold as I have, you would reach the same conclusion. You cannot be entrusted with our legacy. I will bring back our brethren, our friends, our loved ones. The world belongs to us and us alone.
He's very selfish. But we're under the sea, so he's very shellfish. I'm so sorry. Ugh. Yeah, that one hurt, right?
Emet-selch!
I'm calling you out, emet-selch.
We understand, truly, but it makes no difference.
This star ain't big enough for the two of us.
The ones you love are in the past,
But I'm here right now.
while ours are here in the present. One day, we too will be ashes and dust, but not today. Our time is not yet finished. We share your conviction, and that is why we will not abandon our course.
You think us the same? You think your tattered soul of equal worth to those I lost? Then come. Earn your place. Prove yourselves worthy to inherit this star.
He needs a timeout. Follow me into the ballroom. Oh fuck, the ballroom's on fire. Oh my god.
Behold the coming oblivion. 'Twas the end of our era and the beginning of our great work.
It's fine dog.jpg.
A fitting backdrop for your final judgment.
I shall wait within, but do not spend too much time on your preparations. There's no telling how much longer the guest of honor will last.
He's always walking like his back fucking hurts really bad. Like he's shrimping a little bit. You've only done this dungeon once. Well, that's an infinite more percentage than I did. He has bad posture, okay? Amarat is now accessible. Enjoy! Thank you. Amarat. No. I do think I'm gonna... Oh, hello. Hello, I'll add you to the party too. Are y'all okay, like, waiting a couple minutes though? They says they'll join in just a couple minutes. Fucking... Looking all the wrong buttons. Where's the party button? Am I insane? There's this... Party is not under social. We'll grab a dink. There's like another random guy doing squats here. Who are you? But you're not a guy doing squats, you're wearing Cloud Strife's pants. Alright, I'm gonna BRB why this is figured out. I'll be back in a few.